Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode number 78 of the Project 2020 show. And yes, you are correct. This is Wednesday morning. It's not Thursday. This is a special release because of the amount of content that we need to cover this week in week number 23. At the moment, we know 4 cards for the week and we know 6 print runs from last week because Topps was on vacation. Let's get into all that and more in 1 second. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, otherwise known on Twitter and Instagram as @CRT_Sportscards. And if you want the best website for all of your Project 2020 news and notes, it's my website, CRTSportscards.com. And by the way, if this is the first time you are seeing me on a video, or if you're new to Project 2020 or just trying to figure out what this is, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button because I deliver you a video at least 2 times a week, this time 3 times a week, around Project 2020. Along with right now, I'm doing an artist series where I break down every artist's top 10 cards in Project 2020. So hit that subscribe button so you're notified when I post up a video on my channel around Project 2020. And even though right now we are comfortably into week number 23, we have never had a Monday like we had a couple of days ago where Topps released 6 print runs from their previous week, and it's very obvious that the director of Project 2020 was on vacation. So we get it, we understand it, but it also speaks to the fact of how few people are actually working on this project, from the logistics side of the website to posting it, because if one person goes on vacation, look at what happens with the print runs. And then you mix in the cards from Tuesday that were delayed by a couple of hours. Now, I do have a slight conspiracy theory about this, and if you were in the Project 2020 Facebook group page, you're going to know that Matt Taylor put up, I think on Monday morning, that his Mariano releases on Wednesday. And sure enough, the Tuesday cards were hours delayed, and then they threw up the Matt Taylor today. Now, maybe Matt Taylor had the incorrect date. Who knows? We get it. It's understandable. But maybe an artist did not turn in their card, and they were scrambling to get a card posted up with the Old Man Allen Willie Mays. We will never know, but it was interesting to see that artists say that his card is going to come out Wednesday, and it actually comes out a complete day early. But what did not come out early this week was the print runs from the last 6 cards of week number 22. And let's recap what happened over the weekend with the last 6 cards. Card number 209, Tony Gwynn by Ben Baller, led the way for us, 7,247. Card 210, Jackie Robinson by Grotesque, 3,415. Card 211, Ken Griffey Jr. by Blake Jamieson, 5,724. Card 212, George Brett by Don C, 3,002. Card number 213, Frank Thomas, King Saladin, 3,415. And the last card of week 22, card number 214, Nolan Ryan by Fucci, 2,891. When you saw those 6 print runs post on Monday morning, what were your takeaways? What was your biggest surprise? Leave a comment below. Let's get that discussion going around the print runs from Monday morning around the last 6 cards. I had a couple takeaways myself. I think the biggest one, the biggest surprise for me was the Ken Griffey Jr. by Blake Jamieson. Yes, that was the highest pre-order card for the week. We knew it would not sell more than the Ben Baller card. That card in Ben Baller is another echelon of a person who can move product even in a down environment. But when you think of Blake Jamieson, you think of Ken Griffey. More importantly here, you think about Ken Griffey in the perspective of his last card of Fucci, which sold under 4,000. For this card to come in at 5.7, very, very surprising. We do know Blake buys a ton for autographs. It is unknown what he purchased here. Could it have been 500? Could it have been 600? We don't know. I guess we'll find out in the near future. But that one was the biggest surprise of coming in at nearly 6,000 just by looking at his recent release on the Fucci. My second takeaway is going to be around the Frank Thomas King Saladin and the Jackie Robinson by Grotesque. Very surprising that they came in at the same number, 3,415. When you think of these cards in the set overall, the longevity of the set, the Grotesque card is going to outweigh the King Saladin tenfold. So we'll see what the value is on these cards in the near future. I was just surprised those cards came in both at 3,400. To me, the Saladin should have been lower and the Grotesque should have been higher, but I am again here a little biased on the Grotesque. And then my last takeaway is really around the Nolan Ryan by Fucci. Look, I understand some people found that card disrespectful because of the ink blot or the paint blot, on the face itself. Only could see one eye. I thought it was a fun take. I do think Fucci is kind of having fun with us at times with the set when you think back to his Don Mattingly. But I was just surprised when you think of New York, you think of Nolan Ryan, that this card did not get over 3,000 when the King Saladin, Frank Thomas, did get over 3,000. But I think when you look at the week as a whole, it was a very successful week in Project 2020. Yes, the Monday cards for the Wednesday print runs were both very, very low, both under 2.8. But then everything from there went forward and it moved in the right direction. Ben Baller sold the most, then Blake Jamieson. That's what can be expected. And here again, when you look at all of the print runs, we are solidly in a collector mindset with this set. It is continuing to be all about collectors. If people are collecting an artist or a player, the print runs are high. If they're not, they're low. It's very, very simple and very straightforward. And so for me, week 22 was a great success. Now, one thing I have left out here recently on my regular Project 2020 videos are collector spotlights. And this is the first of 2 today. This is a fantastic collection from Lawrence Von Matterhorn on Twitter. So many great cards, and it's really cool that he swapped out the mags to black on the Gregory Sif and the JK5. And look at that Dwight Gooden in the middle, the lowest printed card in the set. So, and our second collector spotlight comes from, and you are not seeing double, it comes from Humpty Dance on Twitter with his double Fucci collection with a majority of the cards represented from the actual cards here in the middle. So just a fantastic collection, not only because he has 2 Ripkins, 2 Ted Williams, but he has the Ripken rookie card, the Williams rookie card, the Koufax, and the Frank Thomas. So thank you for sending this over. And if you want to have your collection showcased on this show, reach out to me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or email me, chris@crtsportscards.com. But now let's get to week number 23. Coming in first this week, card number 215. And it's amazing there are only 185 cards left in this set. But we have Ichiro by F-Dot. There are 4 Easter eggs in this card. I will have you go over to F-Dot and his Twitter page where he explains all 4, but I'll give you 2. The dog is 1, and the rose for Pete Rose is number 2. But there were 4 together, and I thought it was a fantastic looking card and very much an F-Dot card when you think of his progression so far in Project 2020. The second card on Monday is this Mark McGuire by JK5. There is a lot going on in this card, and I highly recommend that you watch his nearly 3-minute video explaining the card. There is just so much going on. It is so busy, but it is another fantastic card by JK5. I thought a card this colorful would be towards the end of his 20 card run, but he has gone from black and white to major color in just a few releases. But this is really cool. I like the alien in the background. I like the burger. I like the border. I like the name. There are a lot of great things on this card. And I'll be very, very honest here. Picking a favorite on the Monday cards is very, very difficult. Yes, you can say I'm role-playing as an F-Dot card right now. I have my F-Dot shirt, my Mariners hat. But when it comes to F-Dot versus JK5, you know my affection on JK5. I did purchase 5 of these. I did not purchase any F-Dot Ichiro cards. I'm just not collecting Ichiro or F-Dot. But my card of the day is going to be the Ichiro by F-Dot for one simple reason. And it's not even the fact that the Ichiro card had so many great Easter eggs. It was the fact that somebody had already done the burger on Mark McGuire. You know my affection on the Gregory Sif Mark McGuire Big Mac card. I'm glad it's on the JK5 card, but at the end of the day, that's been tried and tested. It's been done before. And yet, you know what? On the Ichiro card by F-Dot, nobody's done the dog. Nobody has done the rose. That was just a fantastic card. And I really hope you bought that card just to support F-Dot overall, because it was a great card. And it's my first big winner of the week in week number 23. And if you're looking for the market update right now in this episode, jump over to the website, crtsportscards.com. Go to the Project 2020 page right now. The data will be updated for Wednesday morning. But as of Tuesday, there were so many cards in the red this week when it comes to versus their min value. There are so many deals out there. It does take some digging at the moment because inventory is drying up a little bit, but we continue to drop down as August happens. So if you're looking to make that purchase, it's really tough to keep waiting. Yes, they're dropping. Will they drop farther? Who knows? But there are too many cards in the red to ignore it. So if you're waiting to make a purchase, you might want to start looking now and pick it up. Card number 217 for Tuesday morning was this Matt Taylor, Mariano Rivera. Very 1990s style. This is a very difficult card to work with overall, but I think Matt Taylor did the best he could, but it's super vibrant. And this is a card that I wish Topps would produce with foil. If this card had foil on it or a foil finish like the JK5 companion card 1 has, this card would pop so incredibly well, but it will not. And so we'll have to see how it looks when it comes in in a couple weeks to our houses. And then card number 218, the second card on Tuesday. If you don't feel as if you were at this game of Willie Mays by Old Man Allen, you are missing something with this card. What a fantastic looking card. From the autograph, from the PSA card to the image, just a fantastic card and another evolution from Old Man Allen. To me, it rivals his Ted Williams at the moment. And unlike on Monday's cards, these cards on Tuesday, it was a very clear winner the moment I saw them paired together on Topps.com. And look, I'm not the biggest fan of Matt Taylor. I don't really feel connected to his artwork, and I'm not collecting really any of his cards. I have a Jeter that I bought that I thought I could resell based in the bubble, and I'm going to have it probably forever. But for the most part, I'm not collecting Matt Taylor at all. It was the Willie Mays by Old Man Allen. The story that card tells, the items he used just make this card fantastic. And I really appreciate the fact that Old Man Allen is now showing us his thought process and why he's putting certain things on certain cards. I think if he had done this from the beginning, there would have been more fans of these cards, because these cards of his and his versions are the closest that we're ever going to have to an actual baseball card in Project 2020. And that's what makes his card so cool. Hopefully you liked the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And at the same time, if you want to hear more news and notes around Project 2020 from me personally, check out that playlist on the screen right now.